You all know what time it is. The best matchup to ever come to this channel. Grandmaster Yoda versus a score of Ewoks. For those who don't know what a score is, it's 20. Yoda versus 20 Ewoks. We all know Yoda as the wise old mage, the most powerful of all the Jedi during the War of the Clones. His only true defeat coming by way of Father Time. But I think I've come up with an adequate challenge to Yoda's prestige. The Ewoks from the forest moon of Endor. The unsung heroes of the Star Wars galaxy. Yoda was an old-ass motherfucker who needed a wheelchair.
Ooh, let me have some of that Cool Whip. What'd you say? You can't have a pie without Cool Whip.
And a cane to get around. Ewoks were small, but those little furballs were strong enough to take out fully grown humans in armor. Yeah. Yoda has force to augment the physical abilities, outfighting Count Dooku and Darth Sidious and blah 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 blah. But Ewoks packed an enormous punch for their size. I mean, just look at them beat these stormtroopers down. You know what that means? Under all that fur is pound for pound muscle, 0% body fat, all all lean. And where they get all that protein to develop the muscle? Human flesh. Oh, and some aliens too. Ewoks win the physical abilities. In combat, Yoda was pretty straightforward. His force abilities, simple. His dueling abilities, vanilla. He was probably one of the worst fighters in the Order.
We've not seen Mace fight yet, and we know that he's second only to Yoda.
Though it was true that he had slowed slightly in the years that Windu had known him, Yoda's skill with the lightsaber was still second to none on the Council.
Forget all that bullshit propaganda. Yoda is terrible. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Wikipedia says so. In combat, Ewoks were anything but straightforward. They mastered the art of sticks and stones, breaking bones. Thank you. I'll be here all week. But seriously, they fought against the 501st, only using spears made of twigs. And if that's not amazing, I don't know what is.
Cool Whip.
I mean, look at the precision. Oh my god. I mean, look at the precision of those rock throws. Those stormtroopers, those stormtroopers didn't stand a chance. And don't give me that hogwash about stormtroopers being weak and stupid. Hey, I told you to forget about all that bullshit propaganda. Remember what Obi-Wan said.
And these last points, too accurate for sand people. Only Imperial stormtroopers are so precise.
So there, stormtroopers are awesome because Obi-Wan said so, and he never lied.
A young Jedi named Darth Vader, who was a pupil of mine until he turned to evil, helped the Empire hunt down and destroy the Jedi Knights.
He told me you killed him. No, I am your father.
So what I told you was true, from a certain point of view.
Get it? What did I say about those freaking bull? Ewoks get the edge for their combat abilities because they are made of George Lucas fairy dust. Fairy dust, y'all. You can't beat fairy dust, especially ones made by George Lucas. Sorry. Ha! Yoda in tactics? Yoda was an armchair general with no battlefield experience. He spent most of his days sitting on the council chair, just lecturing at Jedi younglings. Plus, Yoda ain't smart. He can't even talk right.
Help you again? Yes?
Bro, get your edumacation. Basic is spoken with subject, verb, and then the object. Not verb, object, subject. It's so easy.
Good.
Of all of their abilities, in Ewoks' tactics were top tier. They were still in the Stone Age, and they knew how to build flying apparatusi. I don't know. The plural of apparatus, whatever that is. You know how long it took for humans to create flying stuff? Well, I don't really know, but a pretty long time. Not in the Stone Age. It took like until we were like in the Industrial Revolution. Plus, look at those brilliant traps. The Empire had no idea what they got themselves into. Ewoks, the Ewoks win tactical abilities because
It's a trap!
let's throw out all that business about physical combat and tactical abilities. The true winner is the winner in George Lucas's eyes. And in Return of the Jedi, guess who Lucas killed off?
Yoda.
Yeah, that's right. He killed off Yoda. And guess who he did not kill off? Yeah, he did not kill off the Ewoks. Why? Because they made him a lots of money. Like, I mean, look how much he milked those guys. Like, come on. George Lucas likes Ewoks better than he does Yoda. I mean, it's just a fact. Sorry, guys. It's on Wikipedia, so you can't deny that because it's on Wikipedia. Wikipedia never lies. But heck, you want an analysis? Well, here you go. In the early fight, Ewoks win because they got more muscle than the crippled Yoda, who can barely move. In the mid-fight, Ewoks win because they got that George Lucas fairy dust. And in the lead fight, Ewoks win because Yoda don't know how to talk right. Oh shit, I'm about to throw up. Of all the scenarios, Ewoks win because George Lucas loves them more than Yoda. The matchup wouldn't take long. Yoda would fall into one of those traps, and the Ewoks would start throwing spears and rocks at him until the little green midget stops breathing. AKA, meaning Yoda was dead. Yeah, that's right, dead. And thus, I declare a score of Ewoks, aka 20 Ewoks, the unsung heroes of the galaxy, the victors. April Fools, you nerf herders! In all honesty, they would all sit down to a nice potluck. Yoda would bring the Dagobah porridge. The Ewoks would bring the protein.
Really wanted to show how deadly the weapon could be. So
Darth Sidious would, probably open up with his use of Force lightning, wanting to get rid of Jar Jar Binks as soon as he can.
Of the dark side.
Like this guy, what is he doing? Stop shooting at me. I'm a lightsaber wielding foe. Don't shoot.
Okay, I kept it in. I swallowed my throw up. I feel warm inside. If I drink water, then I won't get hungover. Oh man, drunk videos. Life lessons for you kids out there: drink water when you drink, cause then you won't get hangover. Oh my god, I can't even get up my seat. I can't get up my seat. Okay, all right. I gotta get out. Okay, lift up in 3, 2, 1. Oh, I did it. Oh shoot, but I'm stepping on my headphones. Okay, stop. Control yourself.